Number 10. The Invincible Balloon.
In order to do this experiment, first you have to take an ordinary balloon, put a little water in it, then continue to blow it up with air the rest of the way. Then you place it over an open flame, and it won't pop. This is because all the heat from the fire is going into the water and not the air. And it doesn't pop the balloon because then it doesn't make the air molecules inside of the balloon move as rapidly. This one is at the number 10 spot because it's just a nice little fun experiment you can do with some fire in an ordinary balloon.
Number 9. The Invincible Egg.
And the number 9 spot is the invincible egg. Now for this one, you have to drop an egg from 24 inches high. No more, no less. But you have to place about 32 paper towels on the spot where you're going to drop the egg. And when that egg falls down and hits the paper towels, it won't break because the paper towels act as a really good cushion for the egg. Now this egg is not hard-boiled, that's for sure. This one deserves its spot on the list because you're not even going to break the egg. That's so amazing.
Number 8. The Circuit Board.
At number 8, we have what I like to call a circuit board. Now this one is not an actual computer circuit board, but more or less just a nickname for a little board with wires and a battery and tape and paper clips and flashlight bulbs. Now this one, you can actually light up 2 different flashlight bulbs and have a switch with the paperclip acting as a switch so that you can switch between 2 light bulbs and light them up at different times. Now this one's pretty cool because A, you get to play with electricity, and B, well, lights are cool.
Number 7. The Egg in the Bottle.
At the number 8 spot, we have the egg in a bottle. Now for this one, you take either a candle or a match, place it inside of a bottle, preferably glass, and light it. Then you place a hard-boiled egg, right on top of the lid, and all the oxygen will be burnt up from the fire, causing the egg to just slide right on into the bottle. This one deserves it at number 8 because it's just another nice little fun experiment that you can do with some fire and an egg. And eggs are really cool, I guess, so.
Number 6. The Dry Paper.
This one is called the dry paper because you can actually keep paper dry while it's in water. And to do this, you need a glass and a big bowl of water. Now what you do is you put the paper in the glass, and then you put the glass upside down in the water and make sure not to move or tilt the glass. Then you pull the glass out of the water, and it'll be completely dry, just like magic.
Number 5. Baking Soda Volcano.
And the number 5 spot is the baking soda volcano. Now this one's at number 5 because everybody has to already have experience with this. There's so much nostalgia around it that everybody's just so familiar with it that you mix some baking soda and vinegar and then it explodes like a volcano. And that's why you put it inside of a volcano.
Number 4. The egg without a shell.
At the number 4 spot, we have the egg without a shell. Now, this one is a really simple experiment. First, you take a cup and fill it up with vinegar. Then you take a regular egg, not hard boiled, and just simply place it in there. Now, let it soak for a day or two, and when you come back, the eggshell will have dissolved into the vinegar, and you can sometimes see the inside of the egg. Now, this one you can use it as a rubber ball or something, and just bounce it around for a little. But make sure you don't bounce it too high, because it will explode, and you will have a great big mess to clean up. At the number 3 spot, we have what is called the density tower. Now, for this one, you take a bunch of different liquids such as milk, water, vinegar, and what you do is you pour them very carefully on top of one another, and they won't mix. This is because they have different densities, and liquids with different densities cannot and will not mix ever. Now, this one is a really cool uh, design because you could like turn this into a lava lamp or something. You could use this as a really cool party decoration or just for decoration around your room or something.
Number 2. The electromagnet.
At the number 2 spot, we have the electromagnet. Now, for this one, you take a big nut and place a bolt on the end that doesn't have the screw head on it. Then, you take some copper wire, wrap it around the bolt as tightly as possible. Then you take the two ends of the copper wire and slap them up to a battery. Then, the bolt part acts as a magnet because there's electricity running around the copper wire, and metal is attracted to electricity. Now, the magnet only works on small things like paper clips and screws, but it's really neat that you can make a magnet without having to go out and buy one with just a couple everyday items such as a bolt, battery, and some copper wire.
Number 1. Explosive potassium.
At number 1, we have what I like to call exploding potassium. Now this one gets its name because you mix hydrogen peroxide and saturated potassium iodide in a beaker, and when this happens, a chemical reaction takes place, and they sort of blow up out of the beaker and create this foamy substance. Now, this one is extremely cool and is great for anyone of all ages to just go and try and have fun with.